राजदूतावासबाट आयोजित यस कार्यक्रममा यहाँहरू सबैमा स्वागत गर्न चाहन्छु। राजदूतावासको अनुरोध स्वीकार गर्दै हामीलाई ध्यान, योग अनि जीवनलाई थप सार्थक बनाउन पथ प्रदर्शन गर्न पाल्नुभएका हाम्रा गुरुहरू श्रद्धेय श्री एलपी भानु शर्माज्यू, श्रद्धेय श्री रमेश नेपालज्यू, श्रद्धेय श्री देवी शर्मा ज्यूमा सत सत नमन। यसै गरी वाशिंगटन डीसी स्थित नेपाली राजदूतावासका कार्यवाहक राजदूत आदरणीय श्री शरदराज आरण ज्यूमा समेत धन्यवाद टक्र्याउन चाहन्छौं यस कार्यक्रमलाई मार्गदर्शन गर्नुभएकोमा। I do see in our program that we have a special privilege and honor to have non-Nepali speakers amidst us. So, on behalf of the embassy and on behalf of the acting ambassador of the embassy, I would like to extend a very warm welcome. उपस्थित सबैमा एउटा सानो तर अत्यन्त महत्त्वपूर्ण निवेदन पनि गर्न चाहन्छु। कृपया सेल फोनलाई भाइब्रेसन मोडमा राखिदिनु हुनका लागि। मैले केही सेकेन्ड चाहिँ वेट गर्छु। बजाउँदैछौँ। उक्त धुन प्रति सम्मान स्वरूप आसनबाट उठिदिनु हुनका लागि विनम्र अनुरोध गर्छु। factors of our life. र जीवनलाई अत्यन्त विशिष्ट, थप विशिष्ट बनाउन पनि अंगीकार गर्न अत्यन्त जरुरी रहेको कुरा मैले दोहोऱ्याइराख्न नपर्ला। एउटा अत्यन्त विशुद्ध उद्देश्य राखेर आज सञ्चालन गर्दै गइरहेको यस कार्यक्रममा हामीलाई जीवन थप सुन्दर बनाउने विधि, प्रक्रिया, पद्धतिहरूका बारेमा प्रकाश पार्न हामी श्रद्धेय गुरुहरूलाई केही बेरमा आमन्त्रण गर्ने नै छौं। त्यस अगावै कार्यक्रमको केही थोरै विधि सम्मत रूपमा अगाडि बढ्न म हजुरहरूबाट अनुमति चाहन्छु। श्रद्धेय गुरुहरूमा खादा पहिराई स्वागत गरिदिनु हुनका लागि कार्यवाहक राजदूतज्यूमा म अनुरोध गर्न चाहन्छु र कोही साथीलाई
खानुभएका जीवन विज्ञान प्रतिष्ठानका श्रद्धेय गुरु एलपी भानु शर्माज्यू, श्रद्धेय गुरु रमेश नेपालज्यू, गुरु आमा देवी शर्माज्यू, यस कार्यक्रममा उपस्थित सम्पूर्ण श्रद्धेय व्यक्तित्वहरू, यहाँहरू सबैलाई नेपाली राजदूतावास वाशिंगटन डीसी को तर्फबाट स्वागत गर्न चाहन्छौँ। यहाँहरूको आफ्नो व्यस्तताको बावजुद पनि बिदाको दिन एम्बेसीसम्म आइपुग्नुभयो र गुरुहरूबाट एउटा जीवन के हो, ध्यान के हो, योगा के हो, सत्मार्ग कसरी पहिचान गर्न सकिन्छ भन्ने जुन कार्यक्रम राखिएको छ त्यस कार्यक्रममा जुन यहाँहरूको उपस्थितिले निश्चय पनि हामी सबै एकदमै उत्साहित भएका छौँ। यहाँहरू सबैलाई म त्यस कार्यक्रममा विशेष स्वागत गर्न चाहन्छु। जीवन विज्ञान प्रतिष्ठानको बारेमा यहाँहरू सबैलाई जानकारी नै छ। श्रद्धेय गुरुहरूले जुन पुर्याउनु भएको जुन योगदानको बारेमा पनि यहाँहरू सबैलाई विदितै छ। मैले आफूले पर्सनली भन्दाखेरि पनि प्रधानमन्त्री तथा मन्त्री परिषदको कार्यालयले आयोजना गरेको कार्यक्रममा सुरुमा भाग लिने अवसर पाएको थिएँ। परराष्ट्र मन्त्रालयको तर्फबाट मैले भाग लिने अवसर पाएको थिएँ। त्यसपछि परराष्ट्र मन्त्रालयको आयोजनामा राजधानी विभागको भवनमा अर्को कार्यक्रम आयोजना गरिएको थियो र त्यसको संयोजन गर्ने अवसर पनि पाएको थिएँ। यसपालिको कार्यक्रममा श्रद्धेय गुरुजीहरू युएनले आयोजना गर्ने कार्यक्रममा आउनुहुने जानकारी पाइसकेपछि हाम्रो लोक तिवारी सरले गुरुहरूको यता डिसीमा आउने प्रोग्राम छ, के गर्नु। त्यो त एकदम हाम्रो लागि त एकदमै खुसीको कुरा हो। गुरुहरूले चाहिँ एम्बेसीको जुन पाइला टेक्दिँदाखेरि र उहाँहरूले यो जीवन, ध्यान, योगा, सत्मार्ग सम्बन्धी जुन ज्ञान हामीलाई प्रयोग गर्दा त असाध्यै ठुलो अवसर हो। यो त आयोजना गरौँ भनेर छोटो समयको तयारीका बावजुद पनि आजको कार्यक्रम आयोजना गरिएको छ र आजको यस कार्यक्रममा एकदम आफ्नो व्यस्तताका बावजुद पनि जुन गुरुजीहरूले गुरुआमाले जुन यहाँ आउनुभयो र त्यसको लागि उहाँहरूप्रति म विशेष आभार व्यक्त गर्न चाहन्छु। आजको कार्यक्रमले निश्चय पनि हामीलाई एउटा धेरै कुराहरू सकारात्मक ऊर्जा हामीलाई प्राप्त हुने नै छ र आगामी दिनहरूमा सत्मार्गमा कसरी जान सकिन्छ, पिस कसरी मेन्टेन गर्न सकिन्छ एउटा परिवारमा, समाजमा, देशमा र एउटा सभ्य नागरिकको रूपमा कसरी योगदान गर्न सकिन्छ भन्ने विचारका अतिरिक्त अन्य विभिन्न जुन सत्मार्गका विषयहरू निश्चय पनि आउने नै छ गुरुजीहरूबाट भन्ने आशा पनि राख्न चाहन्छु। यहाँहरू सबैले धेरै जानकार हुनुहुन्छ यी विषयहरूमा र मलाई लाग्छ सबैभन्दा कम जानकार म नै हुँला र म पनि निश्चय पनि आज गुरुजीहरूको जुन आशीर्वाद वचन र दिव्य बानीबाट निश्चय पनि लाभान्वित हुनेछु भन्ने आशा राख्दै यहाँहरू सबैलाई नेपाली राजदूतावासमा पुनः एकपटक हार्दिक स्वागत गर्न चाहन्छु। यहाँहरूको समयको लागि म जुन व्यवस्थापन गर्नुभयो त्यसको लागि पनि यहाँहरूप्रति हार्दिक आभार व्यक्त गर्न चाहन्छु। धन्यवाद, नमस्कार।
सारगर्भित मन्तव्य तथा न्यानो स्वागतका लागि शर्मा धेरै धेरै धन्यवाद। हामी माझ प्रतिभाका धनी एक बाँसुरी वादक मित्र हुनुहुन्छ भन्ने मैले जानकारी प्राप्त गरेँ धेरै ढिलो गरी, केही बेर अगाडि मात्र। I'm very happy to announce that we have a friend, a talented friend, a very good well-wisher of Nepal amidst us. I would like to welcome him for a performance on flute. Dr. Kenneth Wright, Professor of Music and Director of Cultural Affairs at Star Scholars Network. Let's welcome him.
LP Bhanu Sharma and Gurudev Ramesh Nepal. Sisters and brothers, on World Meditation Day, the world pauses, if only briefly, to remember that peace begins not in words, but in awareness. At the United Nations this week, nations gather to affirm a shared understanding. Meditation is a universal language that one speaks across cultures, disciplines, and beliefs. As a musician and professor, I have learned that sound is often our first teacher. Before we understand meaning, we feel vibration. Before we speak, we listen. Music, like meditation, invites us into presence, into breath, rhythm, and resonance. Through our partnership between the Star Scholars Network and the Jiban Bigyan Foundation, and through the guidance of revered Gurudev L.P. Bhanu Sharma. We bring this understanding into academic spaces through the Academic Wellness Ambassadors Program, recognizing that learning flourishes when the mind is calm, the heart is open, and the spirit is grounded. That we observe World Meditation Day alongside Gurudev's birthday. Is deeply symbolic. It reminds us that meditation is not an abstract idea, but a lived practice expressed through discipline, compassion, and service. In a moment, I will offer this flute performance not as a concert, but as a shared meditation. Let the sound carry what words cannot. Let each note be a breath, each moment a pause, and of stillness. May the music bring a quiet space within us, and may that stillness ripple outward into the world. Thank you.
delighted with the performance, Dr. Wright. The music was so very enthralling, which reverberated in the hall and beyond. Deeply thankful for your kind words expressed preceding the performance as well. We can't agree more with you, Professor Dr. Wright. ललाटमा विशेष ओज, अधरमा मीठो मुस्कान। हृदयभरि जीवन विज्ञान सम्बन्धमा जानकारी दिने उत्कट अभिलाषा अनि समर्पणका साथ रहनुभएका हाम्रा श्रद्धेय गुरुहरूमा कार्यक्रमको जिम्मा सुम्पदैछु। उहाँहरूलाई विलम्ब नगरी श्रवण गरौँ अनि मनन पनि। कार्यवाहक राजदूतज्यूलाई सायद तलबाट श्रवण गर्न सजिलो हुने जस्तो लागेर मैले अनुरोध गरेँ। I would like to humbly request our revered gurus for the session to take us into the meditative journey. Thank you.
मानवता आफ्नाहरूको रक्षा गर्नुपर्छ। यो आफै ध्यान बन्दछ। आफ्नाहरूलाई प्रेम गर्नुभयो, सम्मान गर्नुभयो, आदर गर्नुभयो, ध्यान बन्दछ। आज विश्व ध्यान दिवस, आउनुहोस् ध्यान नै गरौँ। ध्यान हुँदैन। जसप्रति प्रेम छ त्यहाँ हाम्रो चित्त एकाग्र हुन्छ। जहाँ प्रेम छैन त्यहाँ हाम्रो मन टिक्दैन। ध्यान सिक्न चाहने व्यक्तिले सबैभन्दा पहिला प्रेम सिक्नुपर्छ, सम्मान, आदर र सुविधा, उसको सुविधा। मैले मेरो शरीरलाई प्रेम गर्छु भने शरीरको सुविधा पनि हेर्नुपर्छ र मेरो शरीर ठिक छैन भने म केही पनि गर्न सक्दिनँ। ध्यान गर्नलाई पनि शरीर ठिक हुनुपर्छ, स्वास्थ्य ठिक हुनुपर्छ। अस्वस्थ भएर केही पनि हुँदैन। त्यसकारण मित्रहरू, आज ध्यान दिवस, हामी शरीरबाटै ध्यानको प्रारम्भ गरौँ। र यति मात्रै हो कि तपाईँ जे गर्नुहुन्छ त्यही ध्यान बन्दछ। अलिकति तरिका पुर्याउनु भयो भने म जे गर्छु होसपूर्वक गरौँ, मन लगाएर गरौँ, प्रेमपूर्ण भएर गरौँ, ध्यान लगाएर गरौँ। त्यही ध्यान हो। छुट्टै ध्यान केही गर्नु पर्दैन। सजगता नै ध्यान हो, होसमा काम गर्नु नै ध्यान हो। आउनुहोस् थोरै होसमा काम गर्ने प्रयास गरौँ। न यो संसारमा विष छ न अमृत छ। अब यसो भन्दा यहाँलाई अलिकति विश्वास गर्न गाह्रो होला। विष किन छैन? गोमन सर्पको विष खायो भने अहिलेको अहिले मान्छे मर्छ। विष त छ, होइन छैन। गोमन सर्पको विष पनि औषधि बन्छ मात्रा मिलाएर खायो भने। मात्रा बिगारेर खायो भने घिउ खायो, गाईको घिउ खायो भने मान्छे ठहरै मर्छ। यसको अर्थ के रहेछ? औषधि भनेको मात्रा रहेछ, सन्तुलन। असन्तुलन नै विष रहेछ। मात्रा बिगारे विष हुन्छ, मात्रा मिले औषधि हुन्छ। यो मात्राको नाम हो 108। 108 को मात्रा मिलाउनुहोस्, यस्तो कमालको औषधि बन्छ। कुरै छोड्नुहोस्। म यहाँलाई चाहिन्छ भए राम्रो, नभयो भने पनि खाने मुखलाई जोगाइसकेको छ होइन। काम गर्ने मान्छेलाई केहीले पनि रोक्दैन र रोक्नु हुँदैन। काम गर्न कुनै बहाना बनाउनु हुँदैन। सब बहानाबाट मुक्त हुने। जे गर्नु छ त्यो गर्ने। कतिपल्ट गर्ने? 108 होइन। आउनुहोस्, म 108 शरीरबाट प्रारम्भ गर्छु। शरीरबाट मलाई लाग्छ यो माइक चाहिँदैन, सुनिन्छ आवाज? सुनिँदैन?
जबरदस्त दोस्रो स्टेप है दोस्रो श्वास लिने श्वास छोड्ने खुट्टा नखाउच्याउन सिधा हुँदा सिधा अनि पहिला अस्ति हामी यो कता जुलाईतिर आएको थियो भने त्यो बेलामा आउँदाखेरि उहाँलाई त्यो औषधि खानुहुन्थ्यो सधैँ यो विधि सिकाइदिएको अहिले औषधि खानु छोडिदिनु। अब यसको अर्थ प्रोस्टेट ग्ल्यान्ड पुरा सानो हुन्छ त्यो होइन, त्यो त शरीरको अंश त्यो बिमारी होइन, त्यो उमेर सँगसँगै बढ्ने हो त्यो। तर के हुन्छ भने त्यो जहाँ बस्छ त्यो ठाउँलाई यसले फैलाइदिन्छ, ठुलो बनाइदिन्छ, फुकाइदिन्छ। फुकाएपछि त्यहाँ पिसाबको थैली ठुलो भयो अनि राति पिसाब फेर्न गइरहनु पर्ने समस्या बढचित भयो, सङ्ग्रह धेरै भयो है, बार बार जानु पर्यो। कति फाइदा हेर्नुहोस् प्रोस्टेटको औषधि। अनि मैले भने तल्लो पेट सम्बन्धी समस्या केही गर्नु छैन, 108 खुट्टालाई जोडेर यहाँ नजिक ल्याउनुहोस्। यो घुँडाले यहाँ जमिनलाई यसरी छुनुपर्छ ल, यसलाई यहाँ अब यसरी लगाउनुहोस्, हातलाई यहाँ समाउनुहोस्, अगाडि ल्याउनुहोस् यसरी राम्रो साबुतिर। अब है श्वास नै छोड्ने, अगाडि जाने, 1 2 श्वास छोड्ने, 3 तपाईलाई महिलाहरूको तल्लो पेट सम्बन्धी समस्या हुँदैन, प्रजनन क्षमता बढ्छ, बच्चा आउने मान्छेको बच्चा हुन्छ। ल त्यस्तो गलत छ पुरुषको महिलाको सबैको भइसकेका मान्छेको पनि हुन्छ, चिन्ता छैन। बच्चाले गर्छ। ल 4 5 यो औषधि हो, यो तपाईँलाई मैले विधि हो, ध्यानको विधि सिकाइरहेको छैन, मैले तपाईँलाई औषधि सिकाएको औषधि है। समस्या अनेक समाधान, एक अनगिन्ती समस्याको समाधान। 16 17 18 गर्दै गर 108 रुपियाँ घटेर चल्दैन। बन्द आँखाले देखिने दृश्यलाई अनुभव मात्रै अनुभव, केही नगर जान्ने बस। बन्द आँखाले हेर्दा जस्तो देखिएको छ अँध्यारो उज्यालो जे पनि छ त्यसलाई जान्नुपर्छ। आफ्नो वरिपरि आवाजहरू छन्, ध्वनिहरू छन्, कस्ता आवाजहरू छन् याद गर्नुहोस्। सबै आवाजहरूलाई यो क्षणप्रति जागरुक यतिखेर आइरहेका
स्वास्थ्य राख्ने र यो हाम्रो मस्तिष्कलाई कसरी स्वास्थ्य राख्ने यो कुरा चाहिँ हाम्रो पूर्वीय दर्शन, जसको बारेमा अहिले हार्वर्ड अक्सफोर्डमा किताब लेखेर मान्छेहरूले त्यसको रिसर्चको आधारमा यहाँबाट रिसर्च निकालेर ठुलो हुन्छ। हामीसँग यो पहिल्यै छ, यो हामीले एभ्री हाउस होल्डमा प्र्याक्टिस गर्नुपर्छ र यो बुद्धको देश, हाम्रो हिमालयको देश, हामीले यसलाई संसारको घर दैलोमा पुर्याउन सक्यौँ भने हाम्रो राष्ट्रियताको लागि पनि हाम्रो पनको लागि पनि विकास हुन्छ। र यो चाहिँ सबैले आजैदेखि सुरु गरौँ, नपर्खिनु होला।
राम्रो किसिमले चाहिँ सहभागी हुन पाएका छौँ र आज बेलुका इस्कन टेम्पलमा बेलुका 4 बजेदेखि अलिक बृहत कार्यक्रम हुँदैछ। त्यहाँ उपस्थिति हुनको लागि पनि सम्पूर्ण कम्युनिटीका साथीभाइहरूलाई हार्दिक
विश्व ध्यान दिवसको द्वितीय वार्षिक उत्सव हो। त्यसको सिलसिलामा सद्गुरुदेव भानु गुरुदेव र रमेश गुरुदेवले युएनमा अस्ति डिसेम्बर 19 को दिन कार्यक्रमलाई सम्बोधन गरिसकेर अहिले चाहिँ नेपाली राजदूतावास डिसी स्थित महामहिम राजदूतज्यूको निवासमा आज 1 दिवसीय ध्यानको कार्यक्रम भइरहेको छ र यहाँ करिब 100 जनाको उपस्थितिमा सद्गुरु द्वयको सानिध्यतामा योग ध्यानको कार्यक्रम सम्पन्न भइरहेछ र हामी त्यसैमा चाहिँ उपस्थित छौँ। विशेष गरेर ध्यानलाई विश्वव्यापी गर्न को लागि नेपालबाट सुरुवात भएको छ र जीवन विज्ञानले यसको व्यापकीकरण गरेको छ र अहिले जीवन विज्ञानका करिब 80 देशमा कार्यक्रमहरू सञ्चालन भइरहेका छन् र 80 लाख जति साधकहरूले हरेक दिन चाहिँ साधना गर्नुहुन्छ यो कार्यक्रमको एउटा काम हो।
Everyone present here. Happy World Meditation Day. When we are celebrating the Meditation Day, what does this connote? What are we trying to celebrate? I'm so happy that the Nepalese Embassy in Washington DC has organized this program on the occasion of 2nd World Meditation Day. Why is this Meditation Day important for human life? Not just for human life. Is it important also for the planet?
Yes.
Is it important for the planetary evolution? Does it add to something that human beings have tried to create over a long period of time? So answer these fundamental questions. I'm sure you have enjoyed the meditation and the yoga sessions that was there. After we practice a few yoga asanas, pranayam, and after we've been through meditation, we're rightly placed to listen, contemplate, reflect, and internalize. Am I right?
Yes.
Meditation does not bring in anything new. Meditation shows you who you truly are. And when I say this, the first thing that comes to our mind is there are so many guilt feelings inside, so many pains, traumas, right? So many miseries and whatnot. Will meditation show me this part of my being? Through meditation, we are not going to access any star or any planet. We are going to access our own inner psyche, the part of ourselves that we have truly forgotten, but one that can never forget us. For example, you might forget that the sun is there, but can the sun forget you? You might forget your breath, but will your breath forget you? They're so fundamental to existence that they don't forget us, right? Similarly, the question, what part of the human psyche will meditation expose? Meditation is not trying to access paradise or Swarga or Vaikuntha or Jannat or heaven. Meditation is an understanding, a practical insight to transform the present life into paradise. It's not seeking for another paradise which does not exist. It's for transforming this very life and becoming a member of paradise. If I can create a paradise in my family, I'm living in paradise, right? If I can create a paradise in my society, I'll be living in paradise, right? And every human being carries the paradise inside. Meditation is basically just sitting down, relaxed, and then allowing everything to surface, observing the traffic of mind that goes on, the incessant traffic that goes on. The traffic has two layers. When you start going into your own meditative nature, when you sit down for meditation, the first thing you encounter is your chaotic mind, right? The wavering consciousness, the Kampachitra. Since the mind has two layers, the first layer is of negativity, is of all the pains and traumas and past memories, experiences, and conditionings that we have. Once you sit down for meditation and once you start searching into your own heart, the first layer of the heart or the mind will start playing. So the video that will play will not be a good video, it will be a negative video. The first one, the first experiences that we will have in meditation will be that of negativities. But you are not bringing in any negativity from outside. It's the deposit that your mind already has. So those will start surfacing. And people who sit down for meditation, initially, they're so afraid. After a few meditation sessions, their mind starts surfacing, it starts playing the game, and they start running away from their own mind. Because the first layer is of negativity. The first layer is not that of paradise. It's of the purgatory, the hell, that all of us have been carrying inside. But the hell that we have been carrying inside belongs to us, it belongs to our psyche. My wife, my husband, my family, my president has nothing to do with the psyche that I'm carrying. It's my personal repository. It's my personal history. So only I can do something about it. Nobody can do anything about it. Because no one has the password to my mind. Not even my husband, not even my wife. Nobody has the access code. So don't worry, once you sit down for meditation, if the negativities of your mind start playing out, so don't worry, persist. Now persistence is going to be key. When you persist, what happens is, your consciousness, which is like the bright sun that illuminates everyone, that consciousness will start slowly burning away things that you do not need to grow. Allow your mind to rise. Allow your negativities to come, to expose. Don't hide them. What you hide today is what you repress. And repression leads to suppression. Suppression leads to depression. So don't hide anything. Allow your mind to freely flow. Don't try to control your thoughts. Meditation is not controlling your thoughts. Meditation is not concentrating on something. Meditation is having an open perspective. Not trying to control. Just be a witness. Allow things to come. And if negativities start coming, be happy now. Be happier. Because you are confronting your own negativities. If you do not confront them today, tomorrow they'll become anxiety. And day after tomorrow, they'll lead to psychosis. So it's good that your negativity is being exposed. It's like, trying to light a bulb inside a dark room. The room of the mind is dark. So meditation is trying to light up the first bulb there. It may not be very powerful initially, but you don't need to keep changing the bulb. Your own meditative nature is the most powerful light in the world. So slowly, if you persist, if you maintain consistency, if you keep practicing, you will come across something that will amaze you. You will have very short glimpses of no thoughts. Because negativity is a thought. What is negativity? Negativity is an uncontrolled thought. Look at it carefully. Look inside yourself when I am saying this to you. I am not putting forward any theory or any philosophy in front of you. This is a practical experience. I am helping you meditate right here, right now. Once your negativities surface, you will reach the end of the tunnel, which is completely empty, which is white. It's completely white. There's nothing there. It's sunyata, the state of emptiness. Complete emptiness you will find. And this is the point where many people are afraid. You want to run away from your own mind because it looks like an open sky. There is nothing to hold on to. There's nothing for you to cling on to. There's nothing for you to get attached with. There's absolute detachment in meditation. And this idea of holding on to something, holding on to family, holding on to thoughts, holding on to political beliefs, holding on to religious beliefs, this is what we are used to. But something that you hold on to becomes the real problem in the long run. Right? So all theories, all philosophies, all belief systems, all dogmas, they will have to die away. You cannot hold to anything. Inside, deep in your meditation, you do not remain an individual. You do not remain a male or a female there. You are neither old nor young. You are neither rich nor poor. You become nothing. And the very idea of becoming nothing is so frightening that people want to run away from it. And if you run away from yourself, where will you go? There's no part of the world that you can run away to. Because wherever you go, your mind will be there. So meditation is not running away from responsibilities. Meditation is not running away from duties. Meditation is not running away from what is. Rather, meditation is confronting what is. So meditation is basically encountering reality as it is, the naked reality of life. And all the realities start getting exposed. Slowly when you hit that emptiness inside, at first you will be so frightened, you will be so afraid. But then if you persist, you will feel like flying because there's nothing inside. Okay? All these shackles, you're broken. Everything, everything that had conditioned you, everything that had encaged you, now you've broken every one of these elements now. You are absolutely free, but the freedom is not free. Freedom is not free. Freedom comes with a great price line. And the price is discipline. That is why meditation is a discipline. Those who are not disciplined cannot go into meditation. This is not an outer discipline. You are not trying to obey the rules of anyone else. You are just trying to be disciplined with yourself. So basically the discipline is consistency, that persistence. And once you have these qualities and you hit your emptiness inside, the empty zone, it's like a no man's land. Nobody has access to that point. Even your past memories will die away. And don't worry, when I say your past memories will die away, all bad memories will die away. Good memories will surface. They will become so lively. They'll become so lively. Your life will start becoming so lively. The rose will become rosier. The trees will become greener. And the stars will look brighter. You look at people's face, they look divine, they look holy. They are not the same any longer. Even your husband, even your friend, even your wife, they look like they look like extraordinary human beings. You will start seeing the extraordinary inside the ordinary, because there's nothing ordinary in life. The human life does not consist of anything ordinary. Everything is extraordinary. And your life will start revealing everything to you. Slowly the truth will start appearing to you. You are just in front of your truth. Now you know the truth firsthand. Nobody needs to teach you anything. Nobody needs to tell you what is the truth. That is why we just need a discipline. We need a practice. And once you touch the point of emptiness inside, thereafter, the third layer of your being is accessed. What's the third layer? That is the life energy inside. It's so lively. It is so lively, and there is nothing that you cannot do. There is nothing you cannot do. There is nothing you cannot think. There is nothing you cannot be. Everything becomes possible. This seed has become a tree now. Human life is a seed. And meditation is planting that seed in the fertile soil of practice and irrigating it with discipline. Now after you cross that emptiness, now everything that is inside you, your best parts, your possibilities, your potential, right? Your happiness, your inner peace, all of them start surfacing one after another. So life will become an amazement. Every day you will have something new. You don't need to look for the news. You don't need to scroll your gadget to find out something new. Your very life, your very breath will keep giving you new. Every time there's something new. That is why the sages of the East say, Nutanam, Nutanam, Pade, Pade. Every step it is new. It is as old as the time is, or before the time, but it is as new as a fresh flower that is just blossomed. So life will take a very different dimension. This very life will be transformed. So meditation is ultimate transformation of life. But then in this road of meditation, nobody can help you. The first person who can help you is yourself. Right? You have to start this practice. Now what I told you about meditation is the individual benefits of meditation. The benefits of meditation that you gain on the individual level. But look at the collective. Just imagine your family meditating, all your family members meditating, all of them touching their level of confidence. Once you touch your life energy, you will have absolute clarity and absolute confidence. You know, confidence without clarity is dangerous. And clarity without confidence is also dangerous. Right? You are so confident, but there's no clarity. It's very dangerous. And you are so clear, but there is no confidence. That's also dangerous. But once you touch your life energy inside, you will have clarity and confidence both. Now remember your family. Imagine your family members, all of them meditating, all of them reverberating with this life, all of them joyful, happy, peaceful. This is not a philosophy that's going to take place 2 years from now or 5 years from now. No. There's a saying in Bhagavad Gita, Achirenadhi gacchati. Immediately this is going to happen. It's up to you. You become the owner of your own life. This is basically what the modern psychology calls authoring your life. You become the author of your own life. And meditation gives you that power. Every member of the family is filled with love, joy, they are celebrating. Now imagine this family. You become so healthy because health is inside of us. It's not outside. Only diseases you can bring in from outside. Health is inside. All illnesses you have to borrow from outside. Right? But the state of health is inside. The state of happiness is inside. The state of peace, love, wisdom is inside. And all members of a family sharing the same vibes. Can you imagine how lively your family will be? This is the benediction, the blessing that meditation will bring to this world. Now, if of all the families of this planet are filled with love, joy, confidence, peace, can you tell me where will the wars go? Can you tell me where will conflicts go? They will evaporate in no time. Right here in the library, in the Emphasis library, I was going through the collection of books. They're wonderful collections you have. And some of these books are on war. You know what is war? You might say, the antonym of war or the opposite of war is peace, right? But I'll tell you, you're not right. The opposite of war is meditation. It's not peace. We have seen our human history drenched in blood, right? Completely soiled. And wars and frustrations and conflicts, right? And geopolitical and whatnot, the competition. That is a very, very superficial understanding of human history. The right understanding says human history, in the human history, people have not been able to meditate. That's what you can say. So all wars, are conflicts. I'm not trying to minimize the effort of diplomatic organizations, social organizations. I'm not trying to minimize. I'm not trying to put down the history. I'm not dismissing all the efforts that the human beings have been making ever since our civilization, and in the past about 7-8 decades through the United Nations. I'm not trying to dismiss, I'm not trying to put down. What I'm trying to tell you is, an awakened mind will heal the world. An awakened mind will heal the world. And now look at the family. And what is what is a city? A city is the sum total of families living there, right? Or who come there. What is a district or a county? Again, families and individuals, right? What else do we have there? They're all human beings. Now, once people in the county, in the city meditate, all of them start meditating, can you imagine what will happen to this city? Can you imagine the level of coexistence that the city's citizens will be able to embody? Right? So, if we want to create a new world, the tool is there. The right tool. If you want to change your life, you have the tool now. If you want to change your family's life, you have the tool. I'm not saying other tools do not exist. There are many tools, but meditation is the most fundamental one. You know, we have, in the last about a century or so, we made so much of economic progress. Our planet has made so much of economic progress, right? So much of progress in science, technology, communication, economics, right? So much of business, and what not. See these companies, they've become very big, all these progresses, but all these progresses can be sustainable only if people start meditating. They become sustainable. Otherwise, all the progress, what will we do with the progress? If human mind is not peaceful, if the human mind is not awakened, again conflict, right? Again competition, and we will completely ruin this civilization, will ruin the progress. Now look at anyone, people, look at people around you, people who are not peaceful. What do they do with their property? What do they do with their property? What do they do with their wealth? They start becoming extravagant, right? They start spending money on things that will harm them, rather than bring health, peace, and joy to life. This is the result of an unawakened mind. So, it's good that we made a lot of progress, but the second World Meditation Day says that all your progress can be sustainable if planet Earth starts meditating. And meditation belongs to no single religion. Meditation belongs to humanity. It's a scientific process. You don't need a belief system. You can be a theist or an atheist. Right? You can believe in one God, or you can believe in many gods. You can be a monotheist or a polytheist, or you can be a non-believer. It doesn't really matter. You can be an atheist or you can be an agnostic. It doesn't matter. Meditation does not demand any prior, assumptions, any prior belief. In fact, meditation will slowly destroy all your beliefs, right? So that the truth comes up, and truth does not need any belief. Do you need to believe that the sun will rise tomorrow morning? Do you believe? Do you believe that your parents gave you birth, your mother gave you birth? No, it's simple truth. You don't need to believe. And if you're trying to believe something, it is artificial. Right? So the natural understanding, the natural knowledge, the natural wisdom will start dawning on each one of us. And this is where we find the role of Nepal. Enter Nepal now. You see the world, you see the member countries. Every country has something to offer, right? Countries have specialized over a long period of time. It's not the result of a single day or 1 year or 10 years or 100 years. Countries have specialized in something over a long period of time. No. Our ancestors specialized in meditation. And for tens of thousands of years, we have been meditating. And that knowledge, that wisdom, that culture comes in handy now. This is what our ancestors have been doing. I'm not saying that other people are not meditating. But as I have been telling you, countries have their own specialization. Right? Even individuals have their own specialization. What I can do well, you cannot do as well as I can do it. But what you can do well, don't tell me to do it. You will do it better than I do it. Similarly, countries, they have specialized. And Nepal's specialization is in spirituality and meditation. And with this second World Meditation Day, Nepal's role in the whole global map will have to be redefined. We have to create a new narrative. We have to create new stories for ourselves now. Right? And if we don't do it, who else will do it? Tell me. If we don't do it, who else will do it? In the last about 7 to 8 decades after formation of UN, it has completely concentrated on external frameworks like treaties, sanctioned development projects, agreements and whatnot. But we have seen that people, if they are not peaceful, if they do not have an awakened mind, no treaty is going to work. Right? Because a treaty has to be enacted from the mind. And if the human mind is not peaceful, what can sustain? So if we want to maintain sustainability of the planet, we'll have to start meditating and start teaching meditation to people. Facilitate the process of bringing meditation into the world, into classrooms now. Take meditation into classrooms. Take meditation to corporate offices. And I'm very happy to tell you that most of the multinational companies, they have somehow tried to create an environment where their employees can meditate. But only multinational companies, no, this is not going to be sufficient. Everyone has to be involved in the process. Meditation raises our creativity level. It completely reduces and then ultimately eliminates stress from our life. Illnesses, diseases, there's so many researches. I don't want to go much into researches today. Right? Everyone has access to the internet now. You can just Google or ask the AI, what are the benefits of meditation? It will tell you. You name a problem and meditation is the solution to it. Let me tell this again. You name a problem, any problem, and meditation is a solution to it. There's no problem that meditation will directly or indirectly cannot solve. There are many problems that meditation will directly solve. And there are many problems which meditation will create the right environment for you, will give you the right wisdom, the right light for you to solve those problems. So meditation is personal empowerment. Meditation is family. Why do people choose conflict? Suicidal tendencies arise in an unawakened mind, in a mind that is not meditating. And once you start meditation, immediately what happens is, what you know also becomes your responsibility. If you know something, for example, I'm sitting here, you cannot see what is happening, around you. But if I see something, let's say if I see a snake there, or a cockroach, I can tell you, see, there's a snake there. Be careful, right? So those who know, they also start becoming responsible. Responsibility is on the shoulders of people who know. Once you start meditating, you start knowing, and you start becoming more responsible. This is where responsibility comes in, and you start helping people selflessly. So people who know, people who have some experience of meditation, are the people who are responsible to teach meditation. You can tell me, see, I do not know much about meditation, how do I teach? At least you know something now. At least share this wisdom. Okay? In the process, you will start questioning yourself. You will ask yourself, is this something authentic to me that I am sharing? Have I experienced this? This very questioning will take you into practice of meditation. And in some days, in some months, you will have at least started practicing meditation in the right way. So we are here to help you. The second World Meditation Day is a global call to awaken. And we are so happy that Nepal has been a part of the countries that proposed it. Countries across continents came together to make this happen. And we can take this message forward. We can multiply this message. What do we do through Jiban Bigyan? I'll take you into a brief meditation also, but let me tell you a little more about what we do through the Jiban Bigyan. Them among your friends, families, relatives, colleagues, and acquaintances. And not only that, you can take this message forward. We have to make these scientific tools available to people immediately. Sooner the better. The faster we do this, the faster we'll be doing a great service to humanity. That's what our realization has been. Because to practice meditation, you don't need to change a religion. You don't need to change a belief, nothing. It's not the question of one religion. You don't need to change anything except for yourself. The only change probably you have to make is the change within, is a change in your mind. Right? It's a cross-cultural story. It's a very scientific process. Right? No belief, no superstitions. The meditation that you practice, the asanas that you practice, do they belong to any religion? No. They do not belong to any religion. They do not belong to any community. Just the way electricity and internet do not belong to any religion or any community or any country. Right? These meditation methods, they don't belong to any religion, any country, any faith. They belong to everyone. And just the way we have been able to make internet available for everyone, mobile phones available for everyone, we must make meditation available for everyone. Because wisdom must travel faster than stress. If stress travels faster than wisdom, you know who is going to win? But wisdom has to travel faster than stress. Alright? So we have to make this available. So I call upon youths, all of you, to volunteer in this process. Okay? To volunteer in this process. Because whatever you know, keep sharing, start sharing. Gently close your eyes. Take 3 long and deep breaths. Smile. You are going to be the creator of your own life and also the creator of the new world order. Long and deep breath. With a smile on your face, the life is not serious. The life is a joy, it's a celebration. And meditation will open this to you. Now slowly, 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 watch your breath. Be present to your breath as it comes in, a cold sensation on your nostrils. And when your breath leaves your body, a warm sensation on your nostrils. Just be aware of the sensation. Be aware of the sensation on inhalation. You will feel the cool breath, and on exhalation you feel the warmth of the breath. On your nostrils. Do not try to control anything. Just be an observer. Let the life unfold. Just keep watching and enjoy everything. This is samatva or equanimity. Samatvam yoga uchyate. Allow your breath to come in and go out. Do not try to control it. Sit still. Be available to all the sounds that are coming to you. Do not reject anything. Just welcome everything. A welcoming heart is the happiest heart. You will find that there are sensations in your body. Welcome all these sensations. Do not resist. Do not force. Do not control. Do not manipulate. Allow. This is Swa-Jagran, self-awakening. Just enjoy the process. If you've forgotten your breath, take a long and deep breath and get back to the respiratory process. Friends now, right? We have to be friends to everyone now. Your brief remarks about today's program.
It's a beautiful life, and this is not necessarily a serious life, but our future is very serious, and our survival is very serious. We need to take the message here very seriously. So thank you. I just have a few things to say. Maybe they pale in comparison to what we've just heard. I guess I have a long, maybe I'm here because I have a long history in meditation. I have an interest, I actually have 2 books with me today. Each has its own story. This one here by Shunryu Suzuki, I first encountered in the bookstore when I was an undergraduate. And I remember, and I don't really know why, but I remember stopping by after class and picking it up and looking at it, reading just a few words or a few sentences or one section, and then putting it down and putting it back on the shelf. And I did that day after day after day until I finally bought it. It's an extraordinary book. And then this one is by my first meditation teacher. It's called Cutting Through Spiritual Materialism, and it has a word of caution for all of us, which is namely that meditation itself can become ego if we're not careful. I think that's why we have a teacher, right? Because he will remind us that if we go off on our own, if we take it into our own families and our own living rooms, and we fail to check our egos at the door, that it can become its own problem. In fact, it can become a worse problem because we start to convince ourselves that we're something when in fact the opposite is its intention. So I have these 2 books with me. I have a short reading. Well, first let me say a word that this is also the day after solstice. So it is the return of the sun, and it's marked by, in Nordic countries, with large, big pieces of tree that they put into the fireplace to mark the beginning of the return of the longer day. So yesterday was the shortest day. So I think it's important that we recognize that this is auspicious on multiple energy levels, on multiple planes, in multiple cultures, and so this makes it all the more powerful moment for us here. I have this short little reading from Suzuki Roshi. He was a Zen teacher, passed away I think in the early 80s. This is a section called Breathing. What we call I is just a swinging door which moves when we inhale and when we exhale. When we practice Zazen, our mind always follows our breathing. When we inhale, the air comes into the inner world. When we exhale, the air goes out to the outer world. The inner world is limitless, and the outer world is also limitless. We say inner world or outer world, but actually there is just one whole world. In this limitless world, our throat is like a swinging door. The air comes in and goes out like someone passing through a swinging door. If you think I breathe, the I is extra. There is no you to say I. What we call I is just a swinging door which moves when we inhale and when we exhale. It just moves, that is all. When your mind is pure and calm enough to follow this movement, there is nothing. No I, no world, no mind, nor body, just a swinging door. So when we practice Zazen, all that exists is the movement of the breathing. But we are aware of this movement. You should not be absent-minded. But to be aware of the movement does not mean to be aware of your small self, but rather of your universal nature, or Buddha nature. Thank you.
I finish this with a note of thanks from my side also. Thank you so much. Thank you, Your Excellency, the wonderful team here in the embassy. Okay, these great people. these compassionate people who wanted to bring in something for everyone here and to this wonderful community. And thank you, Jiban Bigyan USA team, volunteers, and everyone. Thank you, dear participants, for being here. Thank you for inviting us. Thank you, media people, Vikrantji, and everyone. Take this meditation forward. We are always with you. God bless you. Over to you now. Thank you.
Thank you, Gurudev. We are indeed very much blessed by your sharing. And to sum up, I dare say there are a few takeaways which I've noted down, and they could be, and there could be more in your list at your end, that meditation is equivalent to medication. Know thyself, stay blessed and blessed. Keep your life energy vibrant by liberating it. Unison of microcosm and the macrocosm viable through meditation. That leads you from chaos to calm, from turbulence to tranquility. So let us embrace, as Gurudev so rightfully suggested us, meditation to elevate our lives. Gurudev हजुरको महावाणी महाशिक्षाबाट हाम्रो रोम पुलकित भएको छ. Each cell of ours is enlightened today, that I'm confident at. Before we wind up this session, I do have to request our Sachet Affairs, Sharadraj, please come on the stage, because maybe you, some of you missed, but not all, that this beautiful day coincides with our Gurudev's birthday. So, we cannot let go of this occasion, we need to celebrate it. Sir, please.
धन्यवाद. आदरणीय गुरुदेवहरूप्रति र उपस्थित सम्पूर्ण सहभागीहरूप्रति विशेष धन्यवाद व्यक्त गर्न चाहन्छु. जीवन विज्ञानको फेसबुक पेज मैले चाहिँ फलो गरेको छु. त्यहाँबाट अलिकति अपडेट हुने गइरहेको छु. यहाँहरूलाई पनि म अनुरोध गर्दछु त्यो फेसबुक पेज अपडेट फलो गर्नु होला. त्यो भए चाहिँ र अर्को चाहिँ युट्युबमा जुन जीवन विज्ञानको विभिन्न जुन भिडियोहरू छ त्यसबाट पनि हामी लाभान्वित हुन सक्छौँ. आजको त अब धेरै एकदम समरीय मात्रै आएको छ जस्तो लाग्छ मलाई, किनभने धेरै छ, विस्तृत छ. हामीले जान्न बुझ्नलाई हामीलाई प्रशस्त टाइम लाग्छ र यो चिज आजैबाट सुरु गरौँ, म यहाँ सबैलाई अनुरोध गर्दछु. र हामी सबैको तर्फबाट र नेपाली राजदूतावासको तर्फबाट आदरणीय गुरुदेव एमपी भानु शर्मा, उहाँको आज जन्मदिन पनि छ. गुरुको हामी सुस्वास्थ्य, दीर्घायु र उत्तरोत्तर प्रगतिको शुभकामना पनि व्यक्त गर्न चाहन्छौँ. आदरणीय गुरु रमेश नेपालज्यू प्रति हामी सबैको तर्फबाट विशेष आभार व्यक्त गर्न चाहन्छौँ. र आगामी दिनहरूमा पनि आदरणीय गुरुदेवबाट जीवन विज्ञान प्रतिष्ठानबाट हामीलाई अझ थप मार्गदर्शनहरू उपलब्ध हुने नै छ. हामी उहाँहरूकै छत्रछायामा रहनेछौँ र यो आफैलाई चिन्ने, आफ्नो समाजलाई चिन्ने, आफ्नो परिवारलाई चिन्ने, आफ्नो राष्ट्रलाई चिन्ने, आफ्नो जिम्मेवारीलाई पालना गर्ने, आफ्नो उत्तरदायित्वलाई वहन गर्ने यी चिजहरूबाट निश्चय पनि एउटा परिवारमा, समाजमा, आफ्नो देशमा र विश्वमा शान्ति, सद्भाव, भाइचारा कायम गर्न सकिनेछ भन्ने जुन आजको कार्यक्रमबाट हामीलाई शिक्षा मिलेको छ, यो हामी सबैले अनुसरण गरौँ. र म यति भन्दै आदरणीय गुरु रमेश नेपालजीलाई पनि म यहाँ आमन्त्रण गर्न चाहन्छु र
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, before we disperse for lunch, let us clap for each soul that is seated in the hall. We were very much delighted to have you, sirs. And please join the call made by Gurudev to awaken oneself and to serve humanity. We have prepared something for you, Nepali kind of dish. Please join.